Okay, people, just for sport, we're talking Champions League. It's the round of 16. Jumoke Davis here for the Props Network. And joining me now is Donnie Sengstack. He is a contributor to the Props Network as a betting analyst. Thank you very much for joining me. How you doing, Donnie?
Hey, Jumoke, how we doing? I'm feeling good. I am snowed in here in Clarksville, Tennessee, a hotbed for
Hotbed.
for European soccer action.
I
This is
am I am really excited. I know
Mhm,
that you are as well, and it's a great time to be snowed in because
mhm,
we've got some great matchups coming up in the Champions League round of 16, and we're going to start
mhm,
with Barcelona versus Paris Saint-Germain. And there's nothing germane about PSG when we talk about the fact that Mbappe, he's
mhm,
on center stage now because hey, look, he's going up against Lionel Messi
mhm,
without DeMaria and Neymar.
mhm.
What do
Oh
you
yeah,
think their chances are? We've got a tight, in my mind, what I consider to be we got plus 100 for FC Barcelona, plus 225 for PSG. Where do you see this match going tomorrow?
I think that line is about right. I definitely would have Barcelona as the favorite to win this match. Obviously, this is going to be significantly harder for PSG without Neymar, and even when they were playing with Neymar, they have losses in league competition. As recently as February 31st, PSG lost to a relegation battling side, Lorient, 3-2. But since then, without Neymar, they've found their defensive shape and have not been scored on, aside from one time in the league in their last three games. And so I would see that in PSG's favor. Like, I don't think it's going to be about scoring in this game. I think this could end up being a defensive battle.
Which I am not a fan of defensive battles. I hate
Mm-hmm.
ties. They're the worst. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't like them at all. But I mean, you can't help but love the fact that you get to see Messi play again on a big stage and you're
Mm-hmm.
watching greatness as it is. If this is a defensive struggle, does that help or hurt the chances of seeing the greatness that is Messi scoring goals? Like, you think that means they're going to shut him down and somebody else is going to have to step up?
Yeah, I do like Messi. To score, he's the most likely of anyone on FC Barcelona to score. Griezmann, their other striker, has been very up and down recently, but Barcelona has good players coming up the pipeline as usual. Trincao and Griezmann have seemed to be good striking partners. They combined for 5 goals in their last game out. So I think they could score, but PSG is going to be playing on the road. They're going to try and get that road goal, and I don't see them doing it. Barcelona is going to want to try and get that lead in the home leg of the tie. And as you know, in these two-leg things, draws are possible, but draws are better for the away team if there's a draw with goals, and draws are better for the home team
Mm-hmm.
if there's a draw with no goals. So I could see if this does play out in a draw without goals, that could play into Barcelona's favor, which would mean that Messi's probably not going to score.
Which would be devastating for
Mm-hmm.
me and everyone else that loves to
Right?
watch
Who's
Messi play.
who's
The
snowed
next
in?
game, yeah, we've got RB
Some.
Leipzig versus Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Leipzig is plus 200. Liverpool is plus
Mm-hmm.
130. Liverpool, I mean, I know I'm switching a little bit that they're the reigning champs in the Premier
Mm-hmm.
League, but
Yeah.
they just don't seem to be playing like a top team anymore. Where do you see this being an opportunity for them to maybe turn it around? Is this the game that they can do that, or is RB Leipzig the better play here?
I think Leipzig is absolutely the better play here. I think Liverpool's the betting favorite because the public likes to bet on Liverpool, likes to bet the teams they know and the favorites. And RB Leipzig globally is still a relative underdog for as good as they've been for the past few seasons. RB Leipzig made the semifinals of the Champions League last year.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I could easily see them beating Liverpool. The reason Liverpool have not been as good has been their central defense. They've had a lot of injuries in central defense. They've been trying everything differently. They moved Jordan Henderson back to play center back last week against Leicester City. Did not work. Leicester City put up 3 goals on them. Liverpool lost 3-1, and because of their defensive struggles, they haven't even been able to get it going offensively. But they have their big 3 strikers. They have Mane, they have Salah, they have Firmino, but they haven't been scoring the same goal output
And
as they have.
And speaking of that goal output, how much do you put that on? Because you went through a nice long list of talented players on Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jurgen Klopp the problem? Like, what is he? Is he not getting the best out of the players? What's happening?
I don't know. Jurgen Klopp has been trying a lot. He's been tinkering a lot, and that's really not he didn't have to tinker at all the last few seasons because that team was so good and so tight and so in sync. For 2 whole seasons, they won the league, they won the Champions League, they stormed through Europe and England. But with these injuries, Virgil van Dijk, we're finding out, was the backbone of that entire team. I don't think Alisson is as good a goalkeeper as people thought he was when he had that defense lined up in front of him every week. They've got great defensive wingbacks. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson are 2 of the best in the world. But without that sure spine in central defense, Jurgen Klopp has had to play with the lineup, and he hasn't been able to find it. He hasn't been able to get it going. And because of that, Liverpool are in 4th in the league. They're only 1 point better than West Ham this year and could easily miss out on top 4 in the Premier League if they don't pick it up. And on top of that, Leipzig is a high-scoring team. They're a really good first-half team. So if you want a value bet, take RB Leipzig to win the first half against Liverpool.
There you go. A little inside action. Take the first half for Leipzig. Those 2 games are on Tuesday. Wednesday, we've got 2 more games in the Champions League. The first one we're going to talk about is FC Sevilla versus Borussia Dortmund. And Sevilla has played very well of late. They have won their last 9 matches across all competitions. We've got Sevilla at plus 125 and Dortmund at plus 200. Where do you see that match going?
I see that match going to Sevilla. I don't like Dortmund. Speaking of another former Jurgen Klopp led team, Klopp used to manage Dortmund before he managed Liverpool, and he managed Dortmund to the last Bundesliga title, and consecutively every title since has been won by Bayern Munich, and and that team was great. But like Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund have really fallen from grace this season. They're usually right up there neck and neck with Bayern Munich. But at this point, like 20-some matches into the season, Borussia Dortmund is 15 points behind Bayern Munich in the league. They cannot score, and they cannot score in the first half particularly. They've got good strikers. They've got great talent on all sides of the ball, but they are another team that's struggling to really gel together in ways that they have in previous seasons. And And so I think Sevilla is on the up and up. They are gelling at the right time. They've got momentum. I think Sevilla takes this win. And I definitely would bet Sevilla to win the first half too, because Dortmund almost never scores in the first half.
The last game, we started talking about the great, arguably the greatest player of all time in Lionel Messi. We're going to end with some people like Messi. The others say it's Cristiano Ronaldo, and we've got Porto versus Juventus. That match is another one that I think probably, if you had to say level of which games people are watching more, you're watching Messi with Barcelona, you're watching Juventus. You got Porto at plus 310, Juventus at minus 110. In my mind, there's no chance whatsoever that Porto is going to win this game. And this is the fifth time that they're meeting in Champions League. Yes? You think Porto has a chance?
No, I really don't see Porto winning this game. I think really it could be a bounce back game for Juventus, because they just lost in the league to Napoli on the weekend, 1-0, and they played to a 1-1 draw in their match before that against Inter. So they have not scored in either of their last two matches, which again bodes for, hopefully not another defensive struggle. But Porto is the home team, so Juventus will be inclined to go out there and get that road goal and get a huge leg up on Porto in the first leg of this match. They can take it back to Turin and put this thing away early.
Thank you very much, Donnie. We've got 4 games coming up Tuesday and Wednesday. Really appreciate you contributing. Let's see how the games go. I'm really looking forward to it as well. And hey, if by the end of this we get to see a Messi and Ronaldo matchup, that's what I really want to see. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. The fans want to see it, but I don't see either of those teams advancing to the final this year at all. I think it's hard. It's almost impossible to bet against Bayern with what they're doing right now, holding all 5 available trophies. And Man City is taking the Premier League again and running away with it like they have in the past years. So they can focus on the Champions League, and that could be scary. But I don't think that they have a good enough striker to carry them all the way to a Champions League title right now. So I think the value's on either Bayern or the Bayern is on Atletico Madrid, who have been absolutely phenomenal in La Liga this year. And if you do want to bet a long shot to win the Champions League, I think Atletico's your bet.
Thanks, Donnie. We'll have you on next week. We'll talk about the games that you mentioned as well, so we can get a little more in depth in them. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Enjoy the games.
You can't wait. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. Donnie Sengstack, talking Champions League, round of 16. He gave me some great knowledge, huh? Gave you some first half tips. Hope you enjoyed it. Ciao for now.